What's going on, guys? It's your boy East Coast. I'm here at 976 Chapel Street, New Haven, Connecticut. Sneaker Junkies, where someone I consider a big brother or a little brother. Our birthdays are like a month apart. We're here with my brother Maz. What's going on, Maz?
What's good, bro?
All right, bro. Let's jump right into it, bro.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to start off with these clam chowders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how long ago did you guys come out with these?
So these came out late September of 2025.
All right, so this is, can you kind of explain, like, about this collaboration?
So this, if we're going to jump right into it, this is probably, one of our proudest moments at Sneaker Junkies. We had a official collaboration with Adidas.
Okay.
We did the gazelles for the silhouette.
Okay.
Because it's like, super classic silhouette, super clean. Could wear it casually, could, do a lot of things in these. And these are actually all numbered. So if you look at the inside of
I got my
sneaker
pair
right here,
Uh-huh.
they all numbered. So
Yep.
there's only 800 worldwide. And we chose the clam chowder because it's such an iconic meal for New England. And, that's where we based that off.
Okay. I just want to show this to the camera real quick.
Sure.
Even the insole. What was that, like a checkerboard?
Yeah, the checkerboard. It's like the picnic table,
Okay.
Come
That's
with the oyster crackers and all that. So
what's funny about these? I got a pair myself.
yeah,
I saw these selling online like 2 days later
booming. Yeah.
for like 3 times the price.
Mm-hmm. So initially we did like a release in store. We had them in our Providence location and we had them in our New Haven location. We were serving the clam chowder. We had the DJs. It was pretty lit. To be honest, it was pretty lit. But when they hit online, it was like, the way that they was advertised and all the blogs posting them, like every blog you could think of had these up on their website. So they really went crazy.
So I sorry, I had a brain fart. So you guys have been here for a little while. How long have you guys been here?
So here in Connecticut, we've been here since 2019.
Okay. How's the ride been so far?
It's been great, bro. It's been very great, very grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you guys are like you're a part of a team, like a Sneaker Junkies team.
Yeah, so Sneaker Junkies started in Rhode Island.
Okay.
So back in 2007, I was still super young. But, yeah, we made it this far. So we in Providence, Rhode Island. That's our original location for anybody that don't know about us, really. And now we're here in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay. How many people you guys got in your team right now?
Off the top of my brain, I really don't know. But, we both locations, we got, I would say, maybe like 15
Okay.
total.
Okay.
15, 16. Small circle, but, all good dudes. It's real powerful.
Circle sometimes, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So like for a lot of people that are interested in, building up a team and potentially trying to start their own business, maybe a clothing store, a sneaker store, maybe even a coffee shop, would you have any type of recommendation to those people?
I mean, the biggest relationship like between the two is that it's something that everybody's gonna need it at some point.
Okay.
Like we live in a crazy world, but like no matter how crazy it gets, everybody still needs a pair of feet.
Yes,
Everybody still needs a cup of coffee. So you kind of got to find a niche that you're into, but also something to everybody else got to be into it too. It's supply and demand at the end of the day. It's always like that.
Okay. How do you like your customers here, man? Because
I love it, man.
I'm here all the time. I spend a lot of money here. I probably spend 50% of my check here every week.
Nah, so it's great, especially like for me. I'm not really from New Haven. I came here for the store, for the business, and like I knew nobody in Connecticut.
Okay.
Like before opening up the location here, I actually only drove through Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? So like to be able to meet people from Connecticut. All kinds of people, you know what I'm saying? To grow close, I call you my boy. Like, me and you, we're brothers now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we done.
Years.
Yeah, we did a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, before that, I mean, it all started from the store. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, it's great to build relationships with a lot of people, get to know people, different cultures out here. It's very diverse out here. A lot more diverse than I thought. I always thought Connecticut. Let's just say I didn't think it was like the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it is the way it is, and
Yeah, everyone thinks Connecticut is like a whack place to be. Like,
nah, for sure. It's super diverse, super urban, super, forward. Everybody.
We're just known for pizza, Yale University.
I didn't even know about the pizza until I moved here.
And UConn.
Yeah, UConn, yeah, and Yale, yeah.
How important was like picking up this location for you guys?
So our Providence location is right next to Brown University.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of did basically copy and paste. We did the same thing out here. We're right next to Yale.
Okay,
We're
dope.
part of shops at Yale. And it's
guys
been
are right
great.
downtown.
So, yeah, like being downtown, being next to Yale, you get a lot of people from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, some people are out here to see Yale. Some people are out here to try pizza. Yeah. And then we're right there. We're right in the middle. It's kind of hard to miss us. You see the lights. You want to walk in. You know, people, you know, get attracted to it pretty easily for sure.
Yeah, it's overall, it's a dope store. That's one of the things that attracted me to it. The lights, the setup, the music. You know, you walk in, you guys are playing, you know, basketball on TV, the sports, the aura. This is just overall, I love this place. This is why I spend 50% of my check here every week. So location is important. How would you say it kind of relates to the people you have come in?
So it relates to, like I said, bro, you get tourists, you get people that are locals, you get people from different cities. Everybody loves sneakers at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, no matter what country you're from, no matter what color your skin is, everybody loves sneakers at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like, it brings people together. It's kind of like sports in a way, or like music in a way. I feel like fashion ties in with that. Okay. It's like, you know.
I've seen that hat before. Did you get that here?
Of course. Full fit, you know.
You know, it's crazy. My whole fit is from here as well. My whole entire fit. Shoes, pants, shirt, everything is from here.
Yeah, that's the thing about us. We like a one-stop shop, you know. And then you were saying, like, people come in here and you know, it's kind of like that barbershop environment. People be chilling here. You say you spend half your time over here. Yeah. Bro, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that do that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a cool place just to come chill, even if you're not shopping.
I've definitely built just from coming here so often and seeing, you know, working within the city as well. Yeah. And just seeing a lot of the customers over and over again. We kind of build up, even between the customers, we build up a relationship. So I might not know, you know, this guy or this female personally, but, you know, we come in here, we say what's up. We kind of, you know, spread some love just from seeing familiar faces coming in here repeatedly all the time. Yeah. So how many locations do you guys have right now?
So right now we got 2 locations. We're in Providence, Rhode Island, and we're right here in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay, you guys plan on opening up a Sneaker Junkies Part 3 someplace else?
Who knows, man? Who knows? God willing.
If you do, man, God willing. Hey, to the Sneaker Junkies crew, make sure you throw me in that contract. I'm trying to retire from my job early. I got you guys.
Nah, for sure. You know, God willing. You know, being in New England, it would be great to like kind of like spread our wings and you know, venture out a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I had a lot of questions, man. They're all slipping my mind now, man. So for a lot of, again, new people who are interested in opening up a business for the first time, you know, that have their crew, they feel like they have the finances. What things did you struggle with, or as a unit, you know, did your crew struggle with from Providence to the New Haven location upon first opening up the location?
See, for me personally, it was kind of easy. I kind of came in the middle of the ride. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So my partners Maher and Bilal, right? They in Providence, Rhode Island. They started it over there. So like, they basically had the blueprint and brought the blueprint over here. It's just, you know, I had to basically insert myself into it. But I was already, you know, with the team already before that, so it kind of went hand in hand.
Why here? Like, out of all places, like, again, this is a good spot. Yeah. Again, you get a lot of love here.
No, for sure.
Why
it's random.
New Haven. You know what I mean? And this specific location you guys could have went to New York. You guys could have went to Jersey. Like, why here specifically?
So, like, if you go to New York, there's so many stores.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If you go to Jersey, there's a handful of stores.
That's true as well.
If you go to Boston, there's a handful of stores. Connecticut is kind of like just nothing really out here, man. And a lot of cool people out here. So everybody really got to travel a crazy distance just to go get some
That's true.
Clothing, some sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big void in the area. So, you know.
You guys kind of introduced me to a lot of brands as well, just from shopping here.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't too familiar with Bape. I see Bape is doing a lot of collaborations with Adidas. Valbasis, you know, it's kind of new to me. I'm actually wearing a Valbasis shirt right now. I think these jeans may be Valbasis as well. Yeah. Purple brand. You know, you guys get a lot of exclusive stuff from Nike, from Jordan. just Godspeed. This everything you have here is, you know, kind of unique, and there are very few stores, if any. I haven't really seen any like this store that sells such a wide array of clothing or different brands.
Yep.
Like, how do you guys, you know, you kind of direct where you want this conversation to go or this question, but like, how do you guys go about like getting certain contracts?
So getting certain contracts is easy. You know, we got the locations. We got the Providence location and the New Haven location, and you know, we built a really good reputation for ourselves. So getting the contract isn't the hardest. I would say the hardest is finding out, you know, because fashion is always changing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's trending? What are people wearing? What are people not wearing? A brand could be hot for half a year.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden nobody wants to wear it no more. So, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta like I said earlier, man, like it ties in, like fashion ties in with sports, ties in with music. Whatever's going on in the sport world, everybody's watching. Yeah, whatever's going on in the music videos, everybody's watching. So, you know, that's not the entire way to dictate what's hot and what's not.
Okay.
But like, you know, you gotta like stay up to date with that. You gotta stay young at all times. I feel like I'm getting old as hell.
Me
People
too.
are starting to call me Unc. But like at the end of the day, you still gotta keep up. Still gotta know what's hot, what's not.
Okay.
I might not wear it myself. I don't wear the bedazzles and the, you know, all those t-shirts, but that's what's hot right now.
I see you get fly sometimes.
Yeah,
bro. You know
sometimes you have to.
The benefit of, you know, running the store.
Nah, for sure.
So I want to get a little personal. This question might be a little personal, right?
Okay.
So obviously, you know, you have, you know, a pretty high ranking when it comes to the store and being on a team and, you know, kind of orchestrating and running the store. Does this ever get in the way of like your dating life?
It just gets in the way. Doesn't get in the way of life. You kind of like when you know, own a business, it has to be your life. You know what I'm saying? Like not entirely, but it just has to fit in there. But you can't make it fit. It has to like just flow with your life. Okay. You know, like you never know what you got going on. Like something always might happen. You always might have to be here, you know? So like, doesn't necessarily get in the way of life. It's just, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make in order to, you know,
would you say
stay afloat.
Would you say it kind of gets in the way?
Yeah. I mean, personally, at the end of the day, you know, work is work and having a business is work. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you have a Mrs. Sneaker Junkies right now? I'm just kidding. You gotta answer that question.
Nah, not yet.
So, for someone that is currently dating someone, right, and they're interested in opening a business of their own, would you kind of what words of recommend or like how would you recommend or what would you recommend to that couple?
To the couple,
especially if one of them's opening a business. What would you recommend to the other person in the relationship?
I mean,
like hang in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what relationships is about.
Early
you know what I'm
mornings,
saying?
late
So
nights.
like whatever your partner is attempting to do, you got to fully support it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and if they're not fully supporting it for you, you know, they kind of draw the image on the wall themselves. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I feel like it's real important to like inspire each other and you know, you got to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so if it gets in the way of a relationship, maybe it's not the right relationship.
I get that. And I respect that.
Yeah.
You know, I tell guys all the time, you know, focus on your purpose, focus on your goals, focus on making that money, because at the end of the day, you can always elevate, and you know, there's never really like a timeline for you to be in a relationship or to find a partner.
Yeah.
So I always recommend, hey, you know, chase that bag, work hard, focus on bettering yourself.
Yeah, nah, for sure. You got to. I mean, especially like I'm 32. You're 32, right?
I'm 30. I just turned 33 last month.
33.
Yeah,
oh,
old
shit.
head.
Unc for real. But you know, we're in our prime years right now, so it's like kind of can't worry about relationships too much. It's going to get in the way. If it's meant to be, it'll feel natural. It'll come along the way. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is our prime right now, so we gotta got to throw the
you
jersey
gotta
on
focus,
and be in
man.
the
You gotta
game,
lock
man.
in.
Yeah, you got to be
You know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
game.
Fourth quarter.
Nah, for sure.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Down by 4. So I see you
Nah, for
guys got a
sure.
lot of World Cup like attire as well.
Yeah, you know the
a bunch
World
of
Cup.
collaborations.
World Cup coming up in America. That's a big deal.
You ever
Crazy.
check out any of the games?
First time since '94. That's kind of crazy. I want to. I can't figure out this ticket crap.
I haven't even looked, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you,
It's like raffles, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm buying sneakers.
bro. I'll watch it when it's on TV.
No, it's crazy. It's
As
like
much as I would like to go see Cristiano Ronaldo in person.
it feels like impossible to get. My nephew somehow got tickets. I don't even know how, but I definitely want to go to a game. At least 2 games.
Yeah. Well, what's your team?
I like Argentina. Yeah.
Why?
Messi, man. I like Messi.
That's
you know
crazy,
what I'm saying?
'cause
I also like Portugal because I rock with Ronaldo
Okay,
too. You
dab
know
me
what I'm
up on that
saying?
one.
I rock with both of them.
Uh-huh.
You can't pick one or the other, bro.
gotta
They're
pick
both
one or
they're
the
both great.
You gotta
know
pick
what I'm
one.
saying?
You gotta
Nah,
pick one.
I like both.
Bro, you gotta pick one.
I appreciate the goats of
Do
the
it
game.
for the people, bro. You gotta pick one. Ronaldo or Messi?
I like Ronaldo as a person.
All right.
As a person more, I like him, but I think Messi got a couple more achievements. You know,
Well, you know Ronaldo's about to hit what 1,000 goals or something crazy.
I think he did hit it. No,
No, I don't think he hit it. I think he still has a few more.
yeah. I'm not surprised, man.
That's my guy, man. He gonna do it, man.
Yeah.
You ever
It
have-
might have been Messi that hit it then.
No, Messi didn't hit it yet.
You sure?
No, Messi didn't hit it yet.
All right.
Messi's kind of corny because he decided to play in the United States. Like he should have went to a harder league. If
Saudi Arabia is hard.
Saudi Arabia is way more difficult than playing in the United States.
Wow, man.
They have way more superstars playing in Saudi Arabia. Look at what Ronaldo did,
Bro, name
Ronaldo
me
going to
one superstar in Saudi Arabia.
Mane.
All right. I don't even know who that is. So you
You
could
know
just
who
be
Mane
making
is.
somebody up.
You know who Mane is.
Nah, I don't, but you know, I'm a fake soccer fan. Really, I only watch during the World Cup every 4 years.
You don't know who Mane is,
Yeah,
but it's
nah,
all
I
right though.
don't. I wasn't expecting you to say a name, to be honest.
Or even Neymar. Neymar is playing in the.
Is he in Saudi?
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes. I don't know if he's still playing because it's too.
Yeah, I haven't heard of Neymar in a while.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, man.
So yeah, you guys got a bunch of World Cup attire. How's that going? Like when it comes to people coming in for World Cup attire.
It's cool. It's cool. You know, it's like the last time the World Cup happened was in '94, literally the year I was born, like in America.
Yeah.
You know, and like from then until now, I would say like soccer's always been like the least interesting sport in America.
Yeah, for sure.
You see, I've been overseas and I lived overseas and all that.
number one sport.
I know it's the number one sport.
everywhere,
I know
yeah.
people go crazy for it. It's like people actually go crazy for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So like it's cool to see it come to somewhere where everybody's so nonchalant about it.
And it's growing here too.
Yeah, it's
a
growing.
growing sport.
Hopefully this should make it grow even more. You know what I'm saying? With how social media is.
Pause that.
Pause.
Hey, quick question for you, bro. So, being the fact that you're here pretty frequently, open to close, like how do you deal with stress when it comes to, running a business?
You just gotta love what you do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't even know I was gonna do this when I was younger or whatever. But it's just like you kind of just, as you go through life and stuff like that, you gotta just really love what you do. If you don't, then it's gonna feel like it's getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? But if you are passionate about what you're doing, then it's just a part of life, man.
Do you feel like you have it figured out for the most part, or like this is it, or like you still have like a certain like itch you want to scratch when it comes to
When it comes to what? Life
and
it
business?
keeps me up every night. You know what I'm saying? We're greedy as humans.
Yeah, for sure.
You do one thing, you want to do something else too. So it's just like, which is a good way to think. You know what I'm saying? It's never a good idea to be too comfortable and just keep doing the same thing. You know, you gotta have something else on the side, something else, some other excitement. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's excitement. I like making money. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
here, bro. That's my middle name.
So for me, it just, whether I lose money, I make money, it's all, it keeps the emotions flowing, the highs, the lows, you know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate all of it.
Yeah, I try to stick to the bag too, bro. And that's another thing I preach for the younger men. Just really, really, really focus on the bag, focus on bettering yourself.
Yeah. It's a crazy world we live in, man. So it's just like, well, if you're not gonna like make a difference in the world, just may as well make a difference in your pockets a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's people are losing their jobs. It's getting a lot harder. Do you see like the market changing when it comes to like the amount of money people are spending or how frequently people are coming into the store?
Yeah, for sure. People was there was a lot of PP. What was it?
PPP loans.
There was a lot of money flowing around a few years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
back when people
now
were saying,
gas is expensive, food's expensive, eggs, all this random shit just shot up. You know what I'm saying? So people naturally will spend a little bit less on clothing and sneakers. You know, but it's all. You know how it goes with life. It's always it's ups and downs with everything, man. Everything.
So prior to what year did you guys open up?
Here?
Yeah.
2019.
So 2019. So that was right around COVID time for the most part, right?
So we opened up. It was great, and then we closed down less than a year in because of COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of COVID, and it was a crazy time, man. Moving to a state I'm not from. I don't know anybody here. You know what I'm saying? And then I got barricaded here. It was like a weird stage of my life, to be honest. But you know, so we all made it through.
You guys have you guys have a wide selection of clothing here.
Yeah.
Sneakers, hats, bags, literally like jerseys, everything. What's like the craziest amount of money someone has spent here in one sitting?
It's confidential information.
Confidential? Thousands? Definitely. I've spent $1,000 here at one time.
Yeah.
More than 5?
Hey man, no comment, bro. No comment. But yeah, people spent. You know, that's the thing about this store. You know, sometimes we got sales going on.
Yeah,
we got $20 items. We got half off clothing. We got so there's a lot of ways to either rack up at the register
for sure.
You know, or even like all the other stuff that's just regular prices. It's all good deals. It's all retail prices at the end of the day. But it's also easy for somebody to just come in here and spend $20 and be happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as people are coming in, you know what I'm saying, they get to, a little bit of a taste of our environment, get to know us and stuff like that. We're grateful for that. So no matter how much you spend, you don't got to spend nothing. Just come through.
So yeah, I consider like this store, me personally, as like one of the arteries of New Haven. So like when it comes to clothing, just shopping in general, urban attire, when it comes to retail, there's really no store that's like kind of keeping up with you guys. Yeah. Or even like in comparison. There's a few resale stores. Those stores are pretty cool as well. But like there's nothing in the area comparable to Sneaker Junkies. Where do you guys kind of get like the swag or like the aura from the store from? Because I feel like there's a bit East Coast, but like I feel like there's a bit of like West Coast aura in the store as well. So really, like you said to Connecticut. Yeah. Like I feel like we brought it. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of brought it here. We brought our Rhode Island swag, whatever you want to call it, the Rhode Island culture. What we started over there, we just brought it over here. We expanded. But did you guys take like some of that like energy from like, not from other stores, but like from other environments? So like for example, like I said, like it's kind of a West Coast vibe, West Coast energy. Yeah. Here, so we carry a lot of like West Coast brands. You know, we carry whatever's hot, basically. Anywhere. It doesn't have to be just like an East Coast thing. We're not like a lot of times if you go to New York, like you'll see the Averex jackets, you'll see like the Pele's, like that stuff you only see in New York. You know what I'm saying? But like here, when you come in here, you could be from Cali and be into some shit over here. You could be from Boston and like some shit that we got over here. You could be from down south. People from down south love it when they come in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you could be from Europe, from Africa. We get all kinds of people. They all get excited about the stuff we carry. Everybody says it. They're always like, yo, you got stuff I ain't never seen before. And, like, a lot of times I'm like, I don't know. Are they just saying that? No. Or are they being legit, for real? Bro, it's legit. They being like, you know what I'm saying? So I never like really know because like I'm in here every day. So what I'm saying? So it's just like, but when I do go to other cities and stuff like that, not to like, toot our own horn too much. I don't be seeing too many stores that carry, all the stuff that we just have like, we're known for having such a wide variety. A lot of stores kind of like gravitate more toward
online. Whereas we do that, but like we also want everything that's available online on our websites to be like in the stores too.
Yeah, or one or two. Like a lot of stores focus, especially like the large
On a
chains,
few.
focus on one or two specific brands, maybe 3 tops.
Yeah.
You guys have everything and some.
Yep.
It's kind of insane. I think you guys have a little too much. Like it's dope to see everything that you guys have, but then like
it's like overwhelming.
yeah, it can be overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. Yeah. For somebody coming in for the first time.
Yeah.
But like once you get used to it, it starts to get smaller. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you start to get familiar with the brands. It starts not to overwhelm you so much. You start knowing what you want. You know, so.
And like you guys frequently get a lot of stuff in.
Yep.
You know, I'm here almost every day. Hey, you guys get new stuff in. You guys get new Godspeed. You guys get new Jumpman. Like,
yeah.
how many customers come in every week and just like, hey, you got.
How many times have I convinced you to buy something that you probably didn't think you would ever buy?
Quite frequently, until I try it on. I'm like, all right, bro, this is dope. Like you got a point. You got a point. Certain things I wasn't gonna buy, and I'm like, all right, this thing. Like even the shirt, like I wasn't really with the boxy.
Even the clam chowders, you grab these.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you wearing any Adidas Gazelles, but you got these. Why'd you get these, man?
I just like the design, bro. I like the concept.
Yeah.
I'm also going to support my brother, man, no matter what.
Appreciate that, man.
But the concept, I like the event. The clam chowder, that was the first time I had clam chowder as well.
Oh, yeah. You tasted it.
Never had that before. It was actually pretty good. So, you know, you guys.
A lot of people were scared.
But you guys.
We're in New England. It makes no sense.
Say that?
I said, we're in New England. It makes no sense. Would you say Connecticut is more New England or more New York?
I'd say Connecticut's New England. I would specifically say that because we have no teams. So like New York has teams, so they're considered New York. New England is like, I feel, is an overall representative of states that have no major sports teams. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can categorize this as New England for sure.
Okay.
But again, this is a dope shoe. No one else in this area has a collaboration with Adidas.
Yeah.
Like what other store? Like you guys are the only store out here.
Not
and
for
then
sure.
who else is bringing in like a DJ? Who else is bringing in like artists? Not artists, but like people in with clam chowder, you know, to serve for the public and for the customers.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's community ties is real big for us. That's one of the most important ingredients to a business, man. You got to be close to the community. You got to build relationships. You got to start knowing people by name.
So I'm not trying to leak any information, but you guys got any more collaborations coming up soon?
If there is, you'll know about it.
All right, like
if there is, you'll know about it. We're working on some things. You know what I'm saying? Our Adidas ain't our only collab. We have an ongoing partnership going on with New Era too. Where we're constantly dropping collaborations with our fitteds.
Okay.
So we have a lot of fitteds in our locations that you can only get in our locations or on our website.
Okay.
But we have we've done collabs with the brand Cult of Individuality.
Cult's dope.
We're hoping to do more collabs for sure.
Yeah, you guys exposed me to Cult as well. I had no idea Cult even existed.
Great brand. Shout out to Angel. Here. Yeah.
So a Jordan, you know what I mean?
I hope so, man.
Jordan collab would be dope.
Of course.
I'll definitely double up, triple up on those if possible.
I feel like New Haven's like such a Jordan city.
New Haven is a Jordan city.
So like if that happens, I'll be iconic.
Yeah, you got some crazy lines every weekend for a release.
Yeah, Jordan is, people are back to wearing the J's, man.
Yeah, bro.
They really built the hype up.
Line wraps around the corner sometimes. It's insane. I'm driving by, like, it's just crazy. But like, that also shows love from your customers as well because, pardon me, they can go to, a few other, retail stores in the area, but everyone chooses to come here.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's like when you come in and you wearing a piece from a different store. You even be like, I cheated on you guys and stuff like that.
Bad.
I don't know why people. That's what people be coming in. Though, yo, I feel bad. I spent money somewhere else. It's not about that view. It's good to show love and spread that love everywhere. But I do appreciate you. Choosing us all the time, and it feels good to have what people need. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why people come here. I feel like that's why they choose it. Yeah, we're cool here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, people come here because they need something. You know what I'm saying? But
the staff here is also pretty solid. probably know everyone that's worked here
Nah,
for
no,
the
you do.
past
Shit.
few years. So for someone that's interested in opening a business of their own, like, what would you recommend when it comes to finding good staff, like the staff you have here?
Oh man, it you kind of feel the energy as soon as they walk in. Sometimes when people come in and ask for a job, you know what I'm saying, you look for people that don't want this to feel so much of a job, like kind of like how I said, like about myself, you know, people that are passionate about fashion, people that are passionate about sneakers. If this is their niche, then they'll fit right in. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great place to work. You know, people come and chill here for free, so may as well they be chilling here getting paid for it. so,
but when it comes to like selecting certain staff, is there like anything specific you look for? So, for example,
customer service.
Okay, customer service.
Customer service.
But like
attitude.
How about prior to or pre-hire, like before you hire them? So when they come in, they say, "Hey, I'm looking for a job," or "Hey, are you guys hiring?" Like, what would you recommend? You know, they bring in. So like a resume, for example. Do you expect them to like dress a certain way? Obviously, you know, I was raised shirt and tie.
Yeah. See, it's a little different with us because it's like we sell clothing.
Yeah.
So some people might come in with a shirt and tie, and it's not the wrong answer. But like a lot of people will get fresh too. I feel like that's more suitable because it's, you know, you want to show that you could dress. You want to show that you're into this kind of stuff. But like, what do we look for? We just look for like, you know, obviously the resume is where it starts. But then when you have an interview, you just got to sell yourself a little bit, you know, just be who you are. And if you fit in, man, you fit in.
I always wondered about that because, like I said,
we don't have too many interviews, bro. Not too many people work here and leave here. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody kind of likes to stay. Yeah. Which is good, you know. It's great actually. A lot of my guys that I have, you know, working for me at the store, like they're my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So like,
same here.
Yeah, so it's great.
Especially Will. Will's my guy. Shout out to Will. Will gets me right when it comes to like finding outfits. Yeah. You know, shoes. Like Will, he'll put something that you're like, "Hey, Will, I need an outfit. It has to be blue, and I got to wear green sneakers with it. A blue shirt with green sneakers." Will be like, "All right, hold on 1 second." He'll find an outfit exactly describing what I need in 2 minutes or less, and it's crazy. Like he knows his store like the back of his hand.
Yeah, yeah. And believe it or not, Will, it took so long to get him to just say a word to somebody when they walk in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it was just like to see him kind of like he kind of like grew up in this store. I feel like
Shout out to my brother Will.
Like, yeah, it's my man, my boy. But yeah, Will's the man. Ill Will.
So just overall, kind of pushing away from the business side. Yep. You know, I push a lot of motivation, a lot of prosperity. Yeah. A lot of you know, personal development type of content.
I see the motivation, man. You blinded me right now.
Something to like, you know. I work hard. But you know, if you had to give some advice to your younger version, and I kind of went over this on social media. Maybe about a week ago, I dropped a video. If you had to give some advice to your younger self, what advice would that be? Stay off social media. You know, I wish I would have just stayed off social media.
Why is that? It's just so distracting, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of like people that have so much character that I meet are people that are a little bit older than me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and I feel like, I don't know, was just the way like technology is, social media is, and stuff like that. It's so distracting, and
it could be beneficial as well, right?
It could be beneficial if you're using your time correctly. I unfortunately, for the most part, wasn't. You know, I'll admit it. The doom scrolling, you know, I feel like COVID also kind of like, I don't know, it just built bad habits. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I just wish that if I could go back in time, tell myself to focus on my future instead of having fun. You know what I'm saying? Invest early.
Always time for fun.
Yeah, invest early is should have bought a damn house instead of playing Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
staying
things
focused,
like that.
Staying focused, investing. Like anything else?
You know, I try not to be too regretful. I'm very grateful with my situation in life. You know, there's a lot of things that you wish you can go back in time and change it, but that's not how life works.
Yeah.
You can only focus on the present.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Focusing on the present is going to make you not, you know, run into the things that you want to tell your old self. So just change yourself right now. Still young, you know what I'm saying? So just gotta, you know.
That's another thing I preach too, bro. Like, pardon me, I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason. And I try to tell, you know, gentlemen in general, more specifically directed towards younger males, everything in your life happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But if you allow that to kind of guide who you are and guide where you go in life, you'll have very little, if any, regrets as you get older. But once you kind of understand that everything is a lesson, then you can kind of develop and not be so hard on yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes are hard on themselves, like, oh, I should have did this, or I should have did that. But if you didn't make those certain mistakes or make those specific decisions, you don't have elevated to the type of person you are now today.
Yeah, it's like tuition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
like,
you got to learn these lessons to better yourself overall.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes, especially, you know, from what I see in my profession, a lot of dudes are like crashing out. They get, you know, overly emotional, which is why I kind of branched into this area of social media where I'm like, hey guys, like, yo, you don't have to get angry or overly upset at certain topics or certain issues that happen in your life, because
there's so much going on. It's like you can't control everything either, you know?
Yeah, you can't control a lot of things in life. Like some of these things just happen. You just got to sit back and say, hey, this thing happened. What am I going to learn from this? You got to evolve from certain situations. You got to evolve from unfortunate, you know, incidents that happen in your life. And, you know, a lot of people are struggling to kind of realize that, or, you know, are overly emotional when it comes to how they respond. And just, I think you can kind of agree with this as well. Your best thing to do as a man when you're kind of in an uncomfortable position or, you know, an emotional state is kind of just sit back, relax, think, and just process the situation and just think to yourself, how can I fix this situation, or how can I make this situation a little better?
A lot of times you don't even got to think for yourself no more. You just ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's true.
And it starts to guide you a little better, you know?
It's a little scary too.
It is scary.
I found myself like having full-blown conversations.
Nah, bro, talking to it like it's your friend.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it was kind of weird, but ChatGPT is kind of like a therapist at this point. You know what I mean?
My ChatGPT be sending me emojis.
Same here.
But yeah, it's just, you know, going back to like regretting things and stuff like that. So a lot of this new technology we could be using to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? So
you think it can hurt? Can hurt us?
It can hurt, but it can help you with figuring things out. A lot of people, you know, used to, like, when something would happen with them, you know, question if it's fair or not. Believe it or not, sometimes you look up your exact situation, you'll find somebody on Reddit talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like all these comments in there and stuff like that. Like, it's just, you know, technology makes it a little, everybody's like together somehow now.
Yeah. Speaking of technology and websites, do you guys have a website for the store currently?
Yep.
What's
SneakerJunkiesUSA.com. We ship everywhere. All over America, you know what I'm saying? All over Canada, international too.
So you guys update everything that you currently have?
Yes, everything that comes in, we post it up online too.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it's you know, a lot of people we get a lot of our online shoppers is like people that came to our store first and they see what we have to like offer, and then like you start seeing, you know, once you meet them and stuff like that, you'll see their name later on.
And what's the website?
Pop up. SneakerJunkiesUSA.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this considered like Yale campus where you guys are?
Yeah, so we're part of Shops at Yale.
Okay, Shops at Yale. Okay, that's dope. How is it working with Yale, like, just overall?
I mean, they're our landlord. They do a lot of like cool events and stuff
dope.
too.
I've seen that.
So, you know, we're tied in with I think there's Apple, there's like J. Crew.
Nice.
There's There's a few like known like spots that are like part of shops at Yale, so we're all kind of like a little family.
Yeah, I see they have these little like ice cream events every year. Like,
Yeah,
can you explain that? What's that about?
You know, it's like you spend like $50 here, you get a free ice cream. Sometimes it'll be a cookie, sometimes it'll be hot chocolate. Depends on the time of the year.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
And it's with like local cafes that are also part of shops at Yale, so that's pretty cool. Kind of like keeps a little triangle. You know?
Yeah. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I definitely spend my money and get my ice cream when they do drop that every year.
Yeah, no, for sure. People they start complaining when we don't have the promotion going on. You know.
Yes.
They're used to getting some ice cream with some clothing.
One of the pros and cons, right?
Yeah, hopefully Yale sees this and they do it every month.
Yo, look out, Sneaker Junkies. You need those ice cream benefits.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, man.
So where do you see the future of the store going? So from here,
I mean, the future of the store is just to stay relevant.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
how hard is that? Like fashion's literally changing like every week. But fashion.
But when you are like into fashion yourself, it's not too hard. It kind of comes with like, you know, doing your own personal research as to like what's in and what you would get for yourself. You just get for others too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So at least like it's not like we picked the niche that, you know, we used to get fly before Sneaker Junkies in our own ways. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like we bring our own style and put it all together.
Okay.
And try to, you know, put it out there, what we like, what others like. It all kind of like mixes in under the same roof. And it's just like, I feel like maybe that's why people think it's so unique, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
How is it like keeping up with all the inventory that you guys get? Like there are some times
It's a lot.
where I'm in the store and you guys are getting a delivery with 25 boxes.
Yeah, sometimes 50, sometimes 70. It's crazy. So it's just like, you just got to be ready for it. You got to know what's coming out. And, you know, it's thankfully I'm not a one-man team. I got guys with me that really, you know, help me out as far as like figuring it out in that back room. Shoot, if you ask me to go grab something, I probably don't even know where it is. But like the guys, we all work together. You know what I'm saying? They all communicate. And
how important would you say like your partnership is with you know, not only the other owners but your staff here?
It's very important. You know, I feel like if our relationship wasn't too good, then the store would kind of give off like a negative energy. But like I feel like when people come in, they love our energy and they like our bond that we have with them, and that starts with the bond that we have with each other here first. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, if we don't like each other, it probably wouldn't translate into good conversations with our customers and things like that. But thankfully, you know, we all get along. We all see each other as family.
What benefits would you say there are to being a part of the crew that you're in and like owning the actual business? You know what I mean? Like being able to kind of conduct everything that happens here.
One of the benefits?
Yeah, like a couple benefits, one or two.
You know, the fact that
you get first dibs on clothes.
I get first dibs. I don't gotta enter the raffles.
Yeah.
So like, you know, things like that. It's very beneficial when you got something to do late at night and nowhere's open. I could just come and click, open up the doors real quick and, you know, get fresh. But the benefit of it, man, is just like I said, I'm just grateful to have what we got going on over here. Having all these relationships with people that I've never knew before prior to this, that's a real big benefit to me, man. It's just like I meet so many different personalities, so many different like characters sometimes. And it's just like, you know, it's cool. It's I feel like it's a benefit that not a lot of people get to have as far as like interacting with so many people from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Would you say financially it's also like a benefit? Like you get benefits financially?
I mean, yeah, it's not so finance isn't really our main drive. I feel like a lot of businesses that deal with like a lot of customer base, that shouldn't be their main drive. You know what I'm saying? It just comes along with it.
A lot of people are, I feel, are judgmental. Like, oh, okay, like this is a business. Oh, you must be a millionaire. Like,
oh yeah,
probably got 10 Lamborghinis.
Yeah, people say that to me all the time, man. And it's like, they're like, oh, you done got rich off of me. I pay the bills here. You know how many times I hear that?
Yeah,
none of that is true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? None of that is true.
Pennies in the pot, right?
It's just
to
like
a certain extent.
we appreciate everybody's
100%.
business. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we bring something that, you know, caters to our customers, and of course they got, you know, you got to spend sometimes your hard-earned money for it, but like we're just bringing things that people are interested in. People they want it anyway. You know what I'm saying? May as well just have it here and not have to order it online, right?
Yeah. You guys ever get confused with like resale stores?
Do we get what?
Like confused? Do people come in and confuse you guys with like resale?
We probably get like 20 phone calls a day asking us if we buy sneakers or if we trade it. If we have like a Jordan that came out in like 2005,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, just got to explain to everybody, well, we're retail and we're not resale. And it's just like, I kind of don't blame people. There's so many resale stores now. It's kind of like what a lot of people are kind of starting. That's all like they know sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, like they don't know the difference between retail and resale. And it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it. A couple dudes come in here with a couple boxes of sneakers. Hey, I'm
like a
sell these.
IKEA bag full of sneakers.
Yeah, and you guys got to explain to them, hey, like we don't buy shoes.
Yeah. So it's the sneaker world shifted for sure, man. A lot more resale than it was like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it's part of the game, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like all these resale stores that open up all around. It's, you know.
And whenever, like, for example, you ever get a customer that comes in and they try to buy certain products just so that they can flip them?
Yeah. I'm sure that's what, like, a lot of, sometimes that's what some people's intentions would be. They wouldn't really tell us, but, you know, I think some people, that kind of, like, decides for them, even if they want it for themselves, even if they don't want to resell it.
You guys
like,
limit,
yo,
like,
what?
a lot of your stuff, too. So, for example, like, on the Jordan releases, because you guys do the ticket process. So, you know, every person gets a ticket. So, you guys make it fair for everyone to at least get one pair before you allow someone else to get a second pair.
Yeah, man. Some of these releases have been crazy. Like the Wolf Gray 5s, the Metallic 5s, and, you know, the Gammas. So you got to, like, make sure you pull up early along with everybody else, because some of them be camping, man. It's crazy that people still do that, right? Yeah. So those people that are camping, you got to make sure no one cuts them. You know, a lot of people feel like it's your responsibility as like the store owner or even staff to like make sure that it's fair for them outside. So
you guys are pretty safe here too. Like a lot of stores, they end up having big crazy fights and
I see it on the internet, man. It's crazy. People get shot.
Yeah, you guys are pretty smooth here when it comes to your releases.
Yeah, you know,
which is probably another reason why people prefer to come here.
Yeah. Thank God we're on
other retail stores.
We're by Yale's, you know what I'm saying? So there's all Yale police posted up everywhere. So
New Haven police too.
New Haven police too. So you'd hope nobody would try to be that ridiculous and, you know, make something so crazy over some sneakers, you know? So
it's crazy how like influential like these specific brands and collaborations have been. Yeah. And like the urban culture.
Yeah, nah, for sure. It's influential for sure. Especially opening up in New Haven. Like, I've had people come in here and tell me, like, yo, you guys have, like, motivated me because New Haven, if you know, it's like a small city. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of people will come in here and be like, yo, you motivated me to, like, open up something on my own. It's like people that grew up here are kind of in awe that a store like this would open up in their hometown. So, like, it would kind of, like, give them a drive to like start something for themselves. It's pretty dope. Like I had a customer, he opened up his own clothing store and he told me that we're the motivation to like making him do what he's always been wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool.
Especially, you know, you're a younger guy as well.
Yeah.
So people, well, I say that because, you know, a lot of business owners tend to be
for sure.
middle-aged, you know.
Especially when we started, I was 26.
Yeah.
Now,
so, you know, that's something you should be proud of.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of people who are double your age who, you know, are still trying to figure things out? Because, you know, it's not easy out here.
I feel like it's not about age. You know, I still.
It's about effort.
It's about effort. It's about consistency and longevity and stuff 100%. Like that. I mean, you say that. Like, I feel like I haven't made it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. You know, like in reality, I always look for, you know, bigger and better and things like that, and ways to get, you know, more exposure and things like that. It's just you got to keep working at it every single day. You got to have a hard work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Was there ever a time where you're like, man, like this is a bit too difficult. I don't know if I can continue to do this.
As far as like, not as far as the business, maybe as far as like socially, just because like I moved to a state that I am not very familiar with, and I don't really know anybody out here. Maybe that side of it, but then you kind of adapt, you kind of adjust.
Okay. You stay motivated for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
How important would you say it's more, or how would you compare as consistency to motivation? Which would you say is more important?
Consistency or motivation?
Yeah, which would you say is more important?
Consistency.
Why is that?
Because motivation could fade.
True.
Consistency, you got to show up every day, whether you want to or you don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be motivated to do stuff. Sometimes I'm not very motivated to do stuff. But I know the bill's still going to show up at the end of the month. So I was just like, you just got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think consistency is more important.
So yeah, a lot of people also don't realize like how much comes with like owning a business and opening a business.
No matter what you do, you can lose motivation sometimes. You know, overworking yourself kind of does that. So you gotta take those little trips sometimes, just to hit that reset. You know?
And it's like not only do you have to worry about your personal bills at home, but now you got to worry about the bills here. You know, rent.
Yep.
You know, electricity. You know, making sure that all your orders are paid for in advance. You know, it's a lot to handle.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as long as the store is doing good, I feel like I'm all right.
What are your like slower months?
It's usually January. I feel like it's the slowest month for all retailers, and just in general, Christmas is over, New Year's is just passed, and it's kind of like January is like that month of like resetting and like, you know, loading up for the year that's ahead of you. You know what I'm saying?
So after January, when does it start to pick up on average?
I would say right around Valentine's Day kind of gives people a reason to live again.
Yeah.
And then taxes start coming in, and then life goes back to normal. It's always the same cycle. It's crazy. Like every year it's the same cycle. You know what I'm saying? So
are there any like other like complications or issues you run by, you know, just with the business or running a business in general?
I feel like, you know, you get all kinds of complications and things to figure out all the time. So yes, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's constant, bro. It's constant.
Yeah, because I know, you know, a lot of other businesses, they run into certain issues.
You're never going to be perfect. So it's kind of like a lot of people will never open up that business because they're so worried that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to just get your foot in the door sometimes, start something, and then figure it out as it's going. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be messy and incomplete, and sometimes you'll be short-staffed and run into these situations that you'll be like, I don't know how I'm going to get through the day, but you end up getting through the day. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Nothing is perfect. You know?
I think I'm guilty of that. I know a lot of other people are guilty of that. They feel like before they start, you know, that business.
It's hard, man. It's a commitment.
Or that podcast or that video or, you know, that other stream of income. They feel like everything has to be perfect. Yeah.
I think you told me this is your first episode.
Yeah, man. Welcome, man. Episode 1.
So you got the hardest part out the way. It's starting. Starting anything is always the hardest thing to do. It's kind of like going to the gym.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to get in your damn car. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of it will happen. You know? So it's just like, Starting something is always the hardest.
Yeah, and it was definitely difficult because I remember, I think I first brought this concept up to you back in like January. And I'm like, I think I was fresh off of vacation, highly motivated, at the beginning of the year. Hey, let's get to work. Let's get something.
So what are you trying to put out to the world?
Just a better life, more specifically, upgrading your lifestyle, being the best version of yourself, going out, having fun, travel, just living life to the best of your ability. And I feel like I kind of cover all aspects of that. I'm a hard worker. I'm working 16 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week.
But for someone that don't know you, it look like you live like your life of the party. You out on these beaches and Punta Cana, and
I enjoy my life, man. I work hard so that I can take my time away from New Haven and just have fun. I think it's important that we not only just focus on getting a bag, but we put some of that money aside to try to have fun and really experience life and get out there and meet new people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
For sure.
It's what keeps you going. Like you ask about motivation. My motivation is seeing some palm trees.
Yeah.
I come back
on the beach in
come
Jamaica.
back locked in. I'm like, I got to see palm trees again.
That's all it was.
Saying?
Yeah,
so
that's
it's just
all it was
like
me.
you just go out, come back, grind, and then go, spend some of that hard-earned money.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Every time I come back from Jamaica, man, or anywhere, Miami, shout out to my boy Fly, Miami, DR, any Caribbean, any place warmer than the East Coast.
You still do stuff locally though, no? You was courtside at a Celtics game.
Yeah, I had to do that. Bro.
How does that happen?
It just happens, bro. You go online, you buy the ticket. It was a pretty penny, but
you sent me the screenshot. I was like, yeesh. Must be nice.
Shout out to you for the Encore recommendation as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I stayed at the Encore. Encore was a dope spot, so thank you to you for that recommendation.
For sure. Celtics is my team, so if you need an itinerary around it, I'm gonna tell you what to do. So.
I wasn't really cheering for the Celtics. I was going for SGA. I wanted Thunder to
Celtics won though.
That is
for
true.
The record.
That is true, but we'll see who wins the finals at the end of the day.
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Thunders, bro. I'm gonna go with Thunder. I'm gonna go OKC.
You just watched them lose to the Celtics.
That's fine. They have a better record. I believe they currently have the best record in the NBA.
Yeah, they do.
So, one game isn't going to make or break them.
Yeah, well, you saw when the Warriors had the best record in the NBA ever. They choked.
That's all right, man.
I'm just saying, man, go Celtics, man.
I got faith in them guys. They're going to make it. But, yeah, stuff like that. Even though, the ticket price is pretty high up there, like, when I was younger, I couldn't really see myself spending thousands of dollars.
Do you regret it?
No, not at all. It drives me to want to do better things and to work harder to be able to sit courtside every game. You know what I mean? Just to get up, and we bought those tickets.
Kind of gives you like a taste of a new life a little bit, right?
You get an experience. So, for example, my first...
It's like being on a balcony in Miami.
Yeah.
It's just like... You just hear Rick Ross in the background somehow.
Yep.
Start getting all this motivation filling you up.
But that's how my first game was last year. I went to the Miami Heat game.
Yeah.
They played, I think they played the Kings. And we had, dropped a bag on those tickets as well. But just being able to experience that game, the aura, and, I haven't been to many NBA games.
You went to a good game, bro. I'll say that. I spent the pretty penny once on the finals. Mm-hmm. Celtics versus the Warriors. I want to say 2022. It was game 6. And we got spanked.
That's crazy.
I regret every dollar.
That's like, no, but bro,
we got spanked. If we won, I would have been lit. It would have been cool,
But you still gained from that. You know what I mean? Like the aura of just being there is different.
Yeah.
Win or lose. For example, Miami.
Finals hurts, man. It hurts. But yeah, I feel you.
I went to Miami and I'm watching that game, and those tickets were, like I said, they're a ticket. It was a big ticket.
Yeah.
But we got access to certain parts of the arena that I never even know existed.
Yeah.
So we enter again. For people who don't know, When you get courtside tickets, you have your own entrance. You go through different security. So we're going through security. We're the only ones in the hall. Like, there's no one else there. And just being able to watch hundreds of people flood into the arena, and I'm going through a whole separate entrance, and there's no one in line.
Yeah.
That's an experience as well.
Yep.
Going through the back tunnels of the arena, that's a whole separate experience. Getting access to the cafe.
Do you think it feels extra special though, because you're from a city where you don't really have a team?
I would say no. I would say it feels more so special to me because a lot of people don't get to experience that. It's a very, very, like, you have to dish out thousands of dollars to be able to experience certain things like this. And a lot of people don't have that opportunity, which is a blessing. And I thank God for it all the time.
But what would you say to somebody that's like, man, should have invested that money?
That was an investment. That's a life investment. Yeah. That making that decision to sit courtside or, you know, expand or put yourself around certain environments that you traditionally wouldn't be around, it like expands your mind, and it says, hey, like, this exists. People are out here spending $5,000 on a ticket, $6,000 on a ticket, and you're
like it's routine for them.
Yeah, like it's nothing. It's nothing. Like I met millionaires after that game. The game's over. You know, for a lot of people that don't know, Miami basketball arena, I forgot what it's called, has a club behind the seats, like behind the bleachers.
I think you were telling me that. I was
like
what?
There's a club. Like, I had no idea. Like, if you buy regular general admission tickets, you walk in with everyone else, walk out with everyone else. But they have, like, VIP parking access that goes straight inside the building. Like, you would have no idea unless you bought these tickets. So, yes, you could invest it in something else, but I decided to invest it as it's kind of like a into my brain. Like, it pretty much allows me to see a different side of things that I never would experience.
If like it sets you up to be better.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes you want to be more successful.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a room with millionaires and you're like, okay, cool. Like, this is nothing to them. How can I build myself up, or how can I evolve to a certain level where I can spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a courtside ticket and be around these type of people? There's a whole different aura when it comes to this environment. And, you know, it's just like buying a first class ticket on a flight. If you're used to just sitting in the back, or, you know, having just a regular ticket, I believe it's called economy or whatever, and then you go to business class, it's like a whole different feeling. You get a different type of respect. You get treated differently.
Sometimes they upgrade you for free. You know what I'm saying? And like that upgrade will change your life.
100%. I've never got a free upgrade.
I got lucky one time.
I usually pay for it, but I never get a free upgrade. But it's worth it, and it puts you in a position mentally where you could say, hey, like, there's more to life than just the basics. There's more to life than just working BS 9 to 5 every day. There's more to life than trying my best to just, you know, make ends meet and just get by.
Yeah.
There are people who are living extremely comfortable. And until you put yourself in these rooms or invest in these experiences, you'll never know that.
I 100% agree with you, man. For me, it was kind of like I grew up in a, you know, small city, Worcester, Mass. Shout out to Worcester. I didn't really see how big the world was until during my high school years, I moved to Qatar, which at the time, I'm not sure if it still is, but at the time, it was the richest country in the world. Mm-hmm. So just to go from a small random ass city in Massachusetts to the richest city in the world, like the amount of like shit that I saw that, you know, opened my eyes. Even as I lived there from I was like from 13 to 16, but like those 3 years kind of just changed my whole outlook on life. You know, something that I carry with me till today. I've seen people living lavish lifestyles.
It's just eye opening.
Yeah, when I got out there, it's like, oh, we don't have school buses. You got a personal driver. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
To have that, and then to come back to school buses and all of that, kind of, you know, it kind of, I don't know what fuse it popped, but it definitely popped the fuse in me to like.
And you don't know this exists until you actually go out there.
Until you go out there and experience it. And the crazy thing is, I didn't want to go out there and experience it. I was so close-minded as to like, oh, we're comfortable here. Why are we going out there? Yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's the desert. It's the craziest place in the world, man. Best 3 years. Shout out to Qatar. Changed my mindset. Just a great place to live,
That same weekend I went and watched a game was Art Basel weekend.
Yeah.
Art Basel weekend. If you don't know, Art Basel weekend is I'm not going to say a weekend, but it's pretty much a week or a series of weeks, maybe 2 weeks tops, a week and a half, somewhere around there, where they pretty much share art in Miami. So that could be within clothing, actual pieces of artwork, pieces of metal that people construct into different structures, music, a wide array of things. So it was Art Basel weekend, and Art Basel weekend brings out a large population of people, and it brings out the ballers. And like living in Connecticut, probably the most wealthy city in Connecticut is probably Greenwich. So you kind of have to drive 30 minutes out from New Haven to get to Greenwich and kind of see like all these foreign cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, all these luxury $100,000 brand vehicles, sometimes $1 million brand vehicles. And just being in Miami, sun's out, weather's nice, and just just walking down a regular street and seeing a Lamborghini SVJ, $1 million car, Bugattis back to back, $3 to $5 million cars, just on random streets.
Makes you feel like such a little fish.
Yeah, but it also, it as a man,
but in a good way, because
exactly,
it motivates you. You know what I'm saying? Like you think you're doing something up until you go to somebody else's city and you're like, yo, I ain't doing much.
Small fish.
Nobody knows me out here.
I went to a club in Miami, bro. One section on the floor, I'm not going to say the name of the club, but I was at a club in Miami. One section on the floor was $25,000.
And people are paying that every weekend.
That, indeed.
Every weekend.
Bro, I went there, right? I'm at the club. Because I ended up buying a section. I thought I was doing something. I bought a section for $2,000. It was horrible. A waste of money. I'll never do that again. It was $2,200 for a section. Never do that again. Yeah. But the floor sections closer to the DJ booth, like $25,000 for this specific night. They had a specific artist there, and I'm just like, damn, like all these sections sold out for $25,000. And there was one section. There was this guy, and he's I don't know what he did for work or who he was, but he had a section, and he was the only one in a section, and he had like 30 girls in the section. It was just insane.
How does that even happen? That's what I ask myself. I'm like, yo, how does that even happen?
Bro,
how do you put that catalog of people together?
Bro, I think he just went outside, and just the most beautiful woman, he was like, hey, you, come join my section.
Do you think that's how it happens?
He might have a crazy lineup, bro. He might have a crazy lineup, man. But also, that's like a benefit of being financially
stable.
Beyond financially stable.
Yeah.
Like that's FU money at that point. Yeah. Like spending $25,000 just to have a section for 5-6 hours is insane. And then,
it's insane to us.
Yeah, for us, because it's not the norm, but for these people buying these sections, going out every weekend, it's normal for them. Or even if it's not normal for them, it makes me think, okay, like what can I do to get to that level?
Do you ever feel like it's unfair?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Why?
I feel like at some point, someone either had to work really hard or someone had to be exceptionally smart to be able to get to that level, to the point where they can spend hundreds of $1,000s on a car, $25,000 on a section.
Like somebody did it at some point.
What? Say that?
I said somebody had to do it at some point.
Exactly. That's my point. Even if it's passed down, someone had to sit back and say, okay, how can I make the most money, and how can I pass this along, whether it's generational wealth or whether it's new money? Like,
you ever think like, damn, it's 2026. Nobody in my whole family tree decided to make generational wealth.
That's the concept, bro.
It's just like, damn, like it's down to me. You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna continue the trend, or am I gonna break out of it?
100%. And I feel like even though someone or our parents, great grandparents, or someone in the past in our family hasn't been able to make it to that level, I definitely feel like, again, everything happens for a reason, and they were able to lay breadcrumbs to a certain extent or better their lives and pass that along to their children or to us.
I think me and you kind of got fed the same kind of breadcrumbs.
100%.
Like you, you know, your parents are
My
first,
mom specifically, yeah.
yeah,
They,
first generation of like migrating to this country, right?
Yeah, so my mom came from Jamaica.
Yep.
You know, she worked really hard, did what she had to do. She finally got approved to come into the country. She spent probably more than half her life here, finally got her citizenship, and kind of laid the way for me to, you know.
Does that put more pressure on you to make something happen for her sacrifices?
100%.
You know?
It's actually kind of.
Because it's like she did so much to put you here. Mm-hmm. So, like, what are you going to do now that you're here?
Got to do something, you know.
Yeah, you got to do something.
And, you know.
Can't let mom down.
No, and, you know, it's difficult. And, you know, I try to pass along. I have a daughter. I try to pass along everything I've learned from my father and everything I learned from my mother on to her at an earlier age so that she can develop into an even better person.
See, me and you, sometimes we have these conversations, right? Because you're a father. I'm not. Sometimes I give you suggestions, I would say, that you don't agree with me on. But I say it to you anyway because you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes you're like, yo, I just spent 3 G's on a purse for my daughter and stuff like that. And I'll be telling you, man, chill. Chill. But you tell me that you want her to see life through that lens. Why? Like, why do you feel like that?
So I want my daughter specifically to see that there's always better. And eventually when she gets to the age where she can date, I don't want her to just settle for the bare minimum. With that being said, I also don't want her to be like, oh, you know, I don't need a man, like, or, hey, my man has to make $5 million a year, you know, like a lot of the common videos that we see nowadays where women are requiring ridiculous amount of funds from their man, or, you know, that 1% or that 5% of men, you know, that are very hard to come about, especially for, how do I explain this? So there's 5% of men that are attractive to 100% of women, but this is a difficult one. There's 5% of men that 100% of women might find them attractive, right? So a lot of women tend to be like, okay, well, cool. Like I'm not going to settle. This is the type of man I need. Okay. But they got to realize this is only 5% of men. Like you have to like him and he has to like you in return. Yeah. And he also has to see something special in you for him to want to, you know, want to be in a relationship with you or want to date you or seek you out to be his wife. So with that being said, you know, I'm not teaching my daughter to look for that top 5% or that top 1%. Yeah, because you know, 5% is, she might get a little disappointed with some people. Yeah, which is, you know, and I feel like that's going on now, especially in this era. But I just want her to understand that, hey, there's always better in life. You should seek the best in life, but also don't set your standards ridiculously high to the point where they're unrealistic, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, pardon me, I do these things again so that, sorry, it's the air. But I do these things again just so she can see that there's a better parts of life. You know, she should not just stay in one branch, but kind of expand. And, you know, this is why I take her on vacation with me every year. I just try to expose her to the best that I can expose her to, you know, for the time being.
No, you got to get the mindset.
Same thing. I take her at an early age. Yeah, I try to teach her everything, bro, at a younger age. If I can pass my 30 years of knowledge down to her at her age, when she gets to 30 herself, she'll be significantly more improved or more advanced than I was at my age. You know what I mean?
Coming from like the first to be born from, like we said, like a first generation immigrant to come to America, being your mom's only son.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Do you feel like you could have got better, and not better guidance? I don't want to say, but like better guidance from your parent. But like they were figuring it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do you feel like your lack of guidance a little bit was kind of like a little unfair as compared to like people that kind of like were born and raised here? You get what I'm trying to say?
I think everyone has to take certain steps to get to a certain point in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes certain people have to make sacrifices for their children.
Mm-hmm.
And like we spoke about earlier, everything happens for a reason. Everything that my parents learned, they're able to pass along to me.
Yeah.
And then everything I learned from my own personal experiences and that they've taught me, I'm able to pass along to my daughter.
Yeah.
So from these hard situations and these different experiences that my friends have had, that I've had, that my parents have had, we're able to pass these along to the next generation.
Yeah.
So although some people may be ahead of the game, I feel like God puts everything in our lives for a reason, and I can't say, hey, I should be here. I just got to work for things, And again, you put yourself in certain rooms, in certain environments, you're able to learn things from people who are doing better than you, or who may be doing better than you, or at a similar level, where you guys can kind of bounce ideas off each other and elevate.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
So, with my mom being, someone that came from Jamaica and coming here, my father, raised in the South, in a complete different era, and then, having me, what's funny? Growing up, I struggled. Like, I had to take speech class for 2 years.
Yeah.
My father was from the South, so he had a Southern accent. My mom's from Jamaica, so she has a Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
And I live in New Haven. Those are 3 different dialects of English that I'm like grasping onto, that I had to like kind of figure out.
Bro, up until high school, I was in ESL. So I feel you.
Yo, see? So you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Yeah. It's just like, I think that's what comes with being like, coming from like a different background and stuff like that. But to our advantage, we're kind of like, being like, I'm bilingual, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you kind of gotta sacrifice some parts of your life to be able to, have that. So I when I was a kid, I knew English was my first language, and then I moved to the Middle East, and then Arabic was all I knew. And then I came back to America, and all I knew was Arabic.
That's dope, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I never heard you speak Arabic, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I speak Arabic fluently, but it was just growing up in a household with I had 4 sisters, 3 brothers. I have a big family. We all spoke Arabic to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like forced me to be bilingual and know the language, which I'm grateful for. It's so useful. I regret every day that I don't know Spanish. Everybody walks up to me and thinks I'm Spanish all the time. So it's just like, I feel like ashamed, as if I am Spanish. I'm like, damn, I should know it by 100%. Now. Like,
especially on my trips, bro. I take a lot of trips to like Spanish speaking countries,
yeah.
And I'm there, and like I have no idea what's going on. And I'm just like, I hope this guy's trying to look out for me. I hope I'm not about to get set up.
Set up, right? They play the hell out of you. Or I feel like I went to Puerto Rico, right? And like everybody there was talking to me in Spanish. They're all probably like, yo, this uncultured Puerto Rican dude. But like whole time I'm not even, So it's just like, it's definitely useful to know the Spanish, the French, and the common languages in the world. I don't think Chinese is very easy to learn, but that would have been pretty cool to know too.
That would be dope, yeah. A place to order at the Chinese restaurant in Chinese.
Right.
Or I don't even think their language is called Chinese. It's like we'll call it Chinese for the time being. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, bro, as we start to wrap things up, is there any advice, any recommendations, questions, comments, concerns, you'd give to me or advice you'll give to others, men or women, watching, children, anything like that?
Advice. Just be yourself, man. Just everybody makes mistakes in life. Don't be so hard on yourself and like so afraid of like making a mistake. If you're not making mistakes, you're not going to make it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to put your foot into the door. You got to fuck up. You got to make all the mistakes that could cost you money, cost you relationships, cost you this, cost you that. But at the end of the day, if that mistake is what's going to shape you up, take that mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you got to look at it. I look at it in a negative way where like I like kind of like talk my failures up. Like I'm going to fuck up this way. I'm going to fuck up that way. Because like if I do fuck up, I'm not so hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like keeps the hope alive.
I think that's what we need though as men. We got to be hard on ourselves.
Yeah, we got to be hard on ourselves. We got to, keep the faith. And yeah, man, can't be afraid to just go through life. Yeah. A lot of the people that we look at that we strive to kind of be like them a little bit. They took risks that we didn't take, so we just got to be able to take them.
And just to piggyback off what you said, to speak to the audience, got to make sacrifices. Got to try to think outside the box. You got to try to better yourself on a daily basis.
Facts.
Just be the best version of yourself possible that you can be. Try to upgrade yourself on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis.
No, for sure.
Try to be emotionally in control of yourself. Try to think outside the box.
Just watch any video on Kobe Bryant and Tom Brady. Do what they did.
Yo, and
sometimes I be feeling like, let me watch some Tom Brady highlights. Shit just motivates me. Makes me want to get up and do shit.
Same thing with Andrew Tate. I know Andrew Tate is one of those guys that you either agree or disagree with him.
Yeah.
But he has, despite how you look at him,
where is Andrew Tate? Is he still dropping anything?
Yeah, he's still doing his thing. I follow him. So
I thought he got arrested in like Russia or something. Something weird.
Arrested again, released. Apparently, I don't have a case on him. But he's one of those guys. I follow. I listen to what he says. I don't really disagree with much of what he says. I think his approach is kind of aggressive sometimes. But sometimes some men, they need to hear that. Yeah. They need someone that says, hey, focus, lock in, be better, go to a gym.
It's a sugar-coated world. That was kind of like a tongue twister. Sugar-coated world. Mm-hmm. You feel like that? So you kind of like need the Andrew Tates to kind of like say some shit that nobody else would say?
Yeah, because like a lot of people don't have that guidance. A lot of people don't, aren't being pushed to want to be better. A lot of people aren't being exposed to, that type of world. Just like how we were saying, you go to certain games, you meet certain people, you're around a certain, clique of, wealthy people. Andrew Tate's one of those dudes where it's like, hey, like, you can work your ass off and get a Bugatti. You can work hard, get everything you want, be able to provide for your family, be able to pay all your bills, be able to provide a life for your family members that a lot of people can't for their family members. Retire your family, retire your mother, retire your father, get to the point where no one in your family is working and you're kind of, what they call it? I forgot what they call it. But like you're the breadwinner for your family. And he kind of opens up my mind. He opens up my vision to be able to see, hey, there's more to life than just going to work, making some money, paying my bills, and then having a little bit of money left over.
You know what's funny, man? You did something. Just the Bugattis kind of reminded me something that you did once when we were hanging out. Mm-hmm. We were driving to New York, and you were driving. You took a little detour into the back streets of Greenwich.
Yep. I do remember.
Remember where you took me?
It was like a.
You went to a Lamborghini parking lot.
Yeah. We went to a Lamborghini Greenwich.
Just to look at them and be like, yo.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting this.
Yeah, you got to touch those cars, man. Seriously.
Nah, for sure.
You got to go out there. You got to see it for yourself.
So just because this is the first episode, right? Mm-hmm. What are you currently driving right now?
I drive a sports car. I drive a coupe.
Okay.
I ain't going to get too specific. I don't want
come on, man. Let's get... Okay. I feel you. I see why. I just wanted to ask you, what car you gonna be in by episode 10. You know what I'm saying? That's why. But I feel you. It's not like you giving the plate number out, man. You could say what car it is.
I got a newer model sports car. That's what I'm gonna say. I got a coupe. I grew up, wanting a coupe.
Yep.
I'm on my. This is actually I think it's my.
Do you have a dream car though? After this car,
anything Lamborghini, man. I love the Aventador, the SVJ, the S. I love the new Revuelto. The Huracan's nice. I'm recently starting to get into Ferraris, but I'm not 100% there yet. But the super fast, the 48, I don't know, anything Ferrari, anything Lamborghini, but Lamborghini is my brand.
Hopefully,
bro.
man.
You?
I like the Bentley trucks. I've
Bentayga.
Yeah, that's always been my favorite car for like ever since they made it. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro. Yeah. So hopefully that's next. Yeah. Never know. Gotta speak it into existence, right?
Well, bro, I just want to say thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely gotta do this again. Maybe I'll see you on episode 10. We'll run this back.
Yeah, for sure. We'll say what cars we're driving then.
Definitely, man. Thank you guys for tuning in with us.
For sure.
Check it out. We'll be back soon.
Come check me out at Sneaker Junkies, 976 Chapel Street, downtown New Haven, Connecticut. Yeah. We here. We open every day. Yeah, man, pull up. If you haven't pulled up yet, pull up for sure.
Best clothing store, period, in Connecticut. Probably on the East Coast, man. Definitely, man.
Appreciate it.
I'd take this. Come visit this Sneaker Junkies over the other Sneaker Junkies. New Haven Sneaker Junkies is the best. The other one, it's up there too.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys. Tune in for the next time.
Yes, sir.